We have a little question from Martin. Okay, Martin. On one of your recent appearances on the Pat Flynn podcast, you and Pat came up with your personal 10 best kettlebell exercises. I noticed that neither of you had the double kettlebell clean and jerk on the list. Oh no. It's a good exercise, Martin. Okay, we'll move on. My question is, what makes the clean and press superior to the clean and jerk? My barnyard wide shoulders don't indicate why. Should we still make time and effort to include the clean and jerk into our training, and how would you program it? Yeah, I don't know if Pavel still uses it with his certs, but I know we do at the RKC. One of the things about the clean and jerk, especially when you're training, is that you can use more weight. Now, I know that's pretty obvious, but that stability you need to have to load those weights overhead, I like. As you might know, I don't like the double kettlebell snatch, and I'm not a real fan of double overhead carries, unless it's a barbell, so you got, one issue. But with the jerks, those issues don't seem to be around, because, you're here, boom, 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 boom. Yeah. Now, I want you to be careful here, because what you're getting yourself into is probably an issue I'm not a big fan of, okay? And that's either or. Right now, I'm doing presses Mondays and Fridays for a couple of months. I've gone into a simple bodybuilding program for a while, because I just had an Olympic lifting meet, and I take Tommy Kono's great advice that after an Olympic lifting meet, you should bodybuild. And so I press twice a week. When I'm getting ready for an Olympic lifting meet, I jerk 3 times, clean and jerk 3 times a week. So be careful of the either or. They blend together really well. There are things about the jerk that will help the press a lot, and the control and strength you get from the press helps with the jerk. And if you recall, when I was 14, if you listen to my podcast, little Danny at age 14 thought at this age I should do squat snatches and clean and press. And it was kind of cool to think about that, because you got that whole body ballistic movement of the snatch, and then you got the explosive clean press plus the grinding press. It's a pretty good workout, and I think I was 14 when I thought of that. So be careful on thinking either or on this. There's great value. And by the way, when somebody asks me what are the 5 best things I do, and this happens all the time on my Instagram account, it drives me crazy. If I put up standards for men, the first question is, where are the women's standards? If I put up women's standards, first question is, where are the men's? If I'm asked to pick 5 exercises, people ask me, why not this one, this one, this one? Well, you asked me to pick 5 or 10 in this example, and I gave you 5 or 10 or whatever, and I just, I can only do so much so fast. I hope that answers your question, Martin. It's it comes up a lot, and we go over it in the RKC2. I think it's is it the afternoon of the first day? I think. I like that day a lot. I like coaching that. What's nice about coaching the double kettlebell jerk is that a lot of it is just me saying commands and letting the inner coach, the person's body coach the person, because you can't, as the great Brian Oldfield told me and Mike Rosenberg, you can't think through a ballistic movement, and idiots try, and those are the people who end up in fail videos. So, hey, thank you. Good question.